The previous, yesterday we studied about the hemophilia. You study it very well, hemophilia. Next is color blindness. Color blindness, red-green color blindness, the person who has no gene that cannot distinguish between the red color and green color. That is not a blindness, only we can't distinguish between red and green color. That is same, reason is same, recessive gene on X chromosome. Males are never carrier, I told you. That is crisscross inheritance is shown by red-green color blindness and hemophilia. Sickle cell anemia is a different thing, that the proteins, defected proteins are formed due to excess of some gene. The gene, the protein which has glutamic acid. Protein is a chain of amino acids. Amino acid is changed, the protein is changed. Amino acid, glutamic acid is replaced by valine, and the person is sickle cell anemia. Anemic. Sickle cell anemia symptom is the hemoglobin become sickle shaped and their oxygen carrying capacity decreases, and the person is anemic because no oxygen carrying, no hemophilia, less hemophilia, so person is anemic. This is called sickle cell anemia. Phenylketonuria. Phenylketonuria, it is due to increased level of phenylalanine in blood. Phenylalanine is a chemical which is formed due to absence of an enzyme, phenylalanine hydroxylase. Okay, so phenyl hydroxylase is absent. So phenylalanine changes into phenyl pyruvic acid. Phenyl pyruvic acid. So its symptoms are mental retardation and brain is damaged due to phenylketonuria. And next Mendelian disorder is cystic fibrosis. In cystic fibrosis, the exocrine glands like lung, pancreas and liver are affected. They do not work well, they do not produce enzymes. That is due to, reason is autosomal genetic disorder. Then due to this, liver does not produce bile, pancreas do not produce enzyme, so digestion is affected. That is called cystic fibrosis. This was all about Mendelian disorders: cystic fibrosis, phenylketonuria, sickle cell anemia, and red-green color blindness, hemophilia. You study it very well. Next topic is genetic disorders by autosome and by sex chromosome. You should know the difference between autosome and sex chromosome. There are 23 pairs of chromosome in our every cell. 22 pairs are all autosome because they control the body characters, development of the body characters, autosomes. And the 2 pairs or 1 pair, we can say, is sex chromosome. That's it, different in male and female. It means the autosome, the 22 pairs are same in brother and sister, and the 23rd pair is XY in brother and XX in female. That is sex chromosome. And if there deletion, inversion, I told you yesterday, deletion, inversion, location, translocation of any autosome, that causes autosomal disease. If there is absence of gene in X chromosome and Y chromosome, that is sex chromosome disease. And normally in sex chromosome, they are multiplied. Them by non-disjunction, non-separation of chromosome during crossing over. I was telling that in the non-separation and non-disjunction of chromosome during crossing over multiplies numerically the X chromosome or other chromosome. That is a duplication of chromosome causes sex diseases. Now, regarding the diseases, genetic disorders of the organisms, these are Mendelian disorders, autosomal disorders, and sex chromosomal disorders. And now the disorders which are caused by autosomes, these are Down syndrome. In Down syndrome, there we study Down syndrome is also called Mongolism. It is trisomy of 21st chromosome. The 21st chromosome do not separate in meiosis during the meat formation. Trisomy means the 21st chromosome are in triple dose. In triple dose, then the body symptoms, characters develop differently due to non-distinction of the chromosome, and it is normally due to defected children are born normally in late marriages of the female. If a female marries after 40 or 43 years, that the Down syndrome and defected abnormalities are there in the children. So, in Down syndrome, the head is flat hand, stubby fingers, open mouth, projecting lower lip, and extruding tongue, mentally retarded. Their Mongolism, that because it was present in Mongols. So Down syndrome is a autosomal genetic disorder. I mean, it is the trisomy and triple dose of 21st chromosome. Next disease is Patel Syndrome. Patel Syndrome is due to trisomy of 13 chromosome. The 13 chromosome is in triple dose, and the hair cleft in upper lip, then deafness, can't hear, mental deficiency, malformation of external and internal organs. There is physical malformation that is called Patel syndrome. Third is cry-do-cat syndrome. Cry-do-cat syndrome, the child weeps like a cat. That is due to deletion of one arm of autosome of fifth chromosome. The fifth chromosome part is deleted, and the genes are less. The affected child during infancy weeps like a child, I told you, like a cat, I told you, that facial moon-like face, that is their physical disorder, a mental disorder. Today I studied about sickle-cell anemia, hemophilia, color blindness, phenylketonuria, cystic fibrosis, Down syndrome, Patel syndrome, and cry-do-cat syndrome. You study all the topics very carefully. We will do tomorrow some next chapter, next part of the lesson. Thank you so much. God bless.